was no trade war, no tariffs, China was open for business, what would you sell your crop for on a normal year?
Well, good afternoon. Thanks for having me. I'll tell you what, $9 is right at cost of production, as you said. Certainly we'd like to have 11. We'd always like to have more. But with what we have on the ground now, with all of the prevented planting acres here across the United States, particularly in the eastern Corn Belt, if we had that kind of production loss that we're going to be showing in soybeans, we would have been way higher than $9. But certainly we've lost our biggest export market, and that was China, and that's weighing on prices. So prices are, made up of a three-legged stool. There's the technicals, there's the fundamentals, and then now we've added on market confidence. And certainly the geopolitical problems that we have with the Trump tariffs have weighed on market confidence, and the market just can't move.
Where do you think the market would go if the tariffs, say, were wiped out tomorrow? Trump tweets, it's over, we've made up, no more tariffs. What happens to your family business and the soybean market?
Well, again, I'd hesitate to speculate on the market. But again, we need to get rid of this political turmoil that we have, the uncertainty. And that's what's holding the markets down now and continues to hold them down.
Does it frustrate you as a Trump voter?
Oh, it certainly frustrates me. I was a Trump voter. I voted for the president, certainly, but he certainly hasn't come through. He's lost on trade. He's lost on trade in certainly three different ways. First thing he did out of the bag was get out of the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which would have partnered with 11 other countries to move product into the Pacific Rim. That would have excluded China. It would have set us up as a partner together with those other 11 countries to take on China and take on some of their rough trading practices. He's lost on NAFTA. He'll continue to say it's a win, but he's lost on NAFTA because he lost 40 seats in the House. And NAFTA, the new NAFTA, is ratification is certainly uncertain. Maybe a 30% rate that I could put on that's going to get ratified at all. And then certainly he's lost on China as well.
I know you might say, I'm sorry to interrupt, Mr. Gibbs. I know you might say, well, it depends on who his opponent might be because there's 20 of them right now. But would you vote for President Trump again right now in the re-election?
No, I couldn't vote for him. I got to protect my business. There's other things as Republicans that maybe we appreciate. We could appreciate the Supreme Court. We could appreciate the downstream judges. All that's fine. But we would have got the Supreme Court out of another Republican president, no problem. So I won't be voting for the president again.
It's interesting. The Purdue Center for Agriculture had a rather interesting study, which confused me a little bit. It suggested, Chris, that I think 79% of farmers surveyed believed the trade war would ultimately benefit U.S. agriculture. I'm trying to understand that. There's no way you would agree with that.
No, certainly I wouldn't agree with it. And I'm on the books a year ago last month in July, of calling this out, that it was a white flag, or a red flag, if you will, when the president came up with the initial market facilitation program payments, which I call certainly hush money payments, that he had surrendered, that he had lost the original battle from China. So we're in quite a shape.